It was about 4:50 in the morning, something like that. Decided since now I am 18, I'm gonna start doing my morning sprints. I've done sprinting one time, and with that, I did this thing called the Sprint 8 method. 8 sets of 30-second sprints, 1 minute and 30-second rest in between. And last time I did that, I was on vacation, right? My tendons were fucked. And like my tendons and my legs were messed up. Took me a little bit of time to actually recover. And so this time I'm going to work my way up to that. We're gonna see what 4 sprints does today, and then we're gonna check it out what it looks like, you know, next day. Or not next day. I'm thinking Wednesday, Friday, and Monday to doing them. Yeah, so right now I'm walking to this big field, and with that, I'm gonna be able to sprint, and I'm wearing shoes, not the shoes I wore last time, because the shoes I wore last time, they broke because of my sheer force output. Yeah, so we're gonna see how this is. Haven't done this in a while. There's nobody outside. There's nobody up. It's kind of a calm feeling. So, yeah. Okay, so it's probably pitch black, and I don't know if you can see me. But what I've done is I've set kind of like a timer for 30 seconds on my watch. I hope you can see that. And I'm gonna turn it on and we'll just run. I'm grateful that I have a field that I'm actually able to freaking do this in, because if I didn't, then I would just have to like run on the sidewalk and it might look autistic. So I'm just gonna run in a field and look autistic. I'll record the first one, I guess. I've got 30 seconds till the next one. Haven't done something like that in a while. Thought I would run out of space at one point. Oh, now there's cars coming out. But I didn't run out of space. So, yeah. I wonder how funny it looks. Maybe we'll be able to get me running back. Okay. 30 seconds. Again, when I made it back, 30 seconds of rest again. All right. I'm gonna stop it there and continue. So I know I said I'm only gonna do 4 sets of sprints today. Well, it's gonna be the 7th one. I decided I'm probably healthier than I was when I was in vacation. And so I don't need to let my tendons take this because they can already take this. You know what I mean? So I'm not just gonna do 4 today. I'm gonna do the full 7. And so I'm gonna put this back into run mode. By run mode, I mean set the 30-second timer. And there it is. Yeah, that's 30 seconds. Hope you can see that. And I'm basically just gonna Officer Earl run this. All right. What? Why are you chasing me? Oh, stop chasing me. Okay. That's 8 sprints. Woo. All right. Time to go home. So sprinting actually can secrete growth hormone and testosterone. It does secrete growth hormone and testosterone. However, for this sprinting to get the very, very most of the growth hormone spikes and the testosterone spikes, you wouldn't want to have cold exposure after you do training like a sprint that would secrete these hormones, because it would blunt the adaptive response. Because what cold exposure does is it allows your body to deal with more stress. And so with that being said, cold exposure, like I'm about to do, like a cold shower, would not be as good if you were optimizing to have the most growth hormone spikes and the most testosterone spikes. But in this case, I'm actually just doing it for the mindset. And so, yeah, want to see what it looks like for like a cold shower veteran. Like I'm talking like since I was like 15 or 16, like cold shower, so like years. And I only didn't do it for some time, but I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. And I hope you can't see what's down there. All right, so this is cold shower veteran. All right. All right. Yeah, mirror proof. So it is now 6:50. At least that's what this clock says. 6:50. It's my birthday. So that's why I thought I'd do a little, I guess they call it vlog for that kind of stuff, for these videos. And oof, now I have to get an even bigger or better physique for 18, because I'm turning 18 today. I guess at like 2 p.m. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now is, for today, I need to set up the stuff around my business, my online business, and my investing accounts, so that I actually, because I'm an adult now and I'll be able to have access to be able to do those kinds of things that adults can do. And so not only does this age come with more responsibility, at least in my country, it really is just the marking point of, yeah, it's like you're a man now. And what that means basically is like, yesterday, my mom, bless her soul, she got me just one of my favorite things, like a juice from this place called like Jugo Juice. And it hit good. It was great. And when she was paying for it, I was thinking like, shoot, like I already feel kind of bad when she buys me stuff, and I'm gonna feel even worse. I I felt kind of bad when she would get me stuff, but now that I'm 18, I'm gonna feel completely bad when she's getting me stuff. Of course, grateful at the same time. And so I've got to write about some stuff, and then today I'm going to record a video. I realized that for what I want to do, for the kind of man I want to be coming into my age right now, just the kind of man I want to be, I want to be able to inspire people. Because truthfully, I have a mindset that not many people have, and I am growing a lot. I'm not saying like I'm perfect, because I'm most definitely not perfect, and I am growing. And what I'm saying is I'm gonna hold myself to a much higher standard so that I can inspire others to be able to do the same. And what that means is me being more transparent, me sharing more of my story, if you will, because I've got a lot of stories and a lot of pain that have shaped me and tested my capacity for integrity and tested my capacity to stay a good man, or at least stay trying to be a good man. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Really, my goals for this year. Oh yeah, Canada. They sent me like 18, not 81. I don't know. It's mirrored for me, but they sent me something that's like 18. You can vote now. That's what they're telling me. Um, oh, it even had my name on it. I didn't even realize. Hope it doesn't have my address. uh, well, really, in these next months, I'm I have to make big money online. And through that, I need to inspire people. I need to make sure my product gets even better, even though I know it's good right now. I need to make sure it gets even better. And I just need to inspire people with my story. And I know I can help people. And it's more about what I'm doing than who I am, than the man I am becoming. It's nothing to do with me. And it's really humbling to understand that because I remember spending like like 10 hours, 12 hours every single day working on my first online business, and it just amounted to nothing. Every single day in my spring break, all the spare time I had, even though I was doing like all three sciences in school, I had a part-time job, I had a girlfriend, I was cooking like for my family and myself, of course, and I was like training twice a day, whatever, all those things. And it's like, man, I know how hard I can work, and before I used to work hard for me, maybe. And while there is still an element of that, seeing how hard I can push myself, but I think the motivations for it now, I won't be able to keep going if it's for me. Because when I failed that online business, I was still doing YouTube for a long time, but I didn't make any money off like the first course I ever created. And I spent a lot of time and effort on that to make sure that I thought it was really good. But what I realized, it doesn't matter if I think it's good. It matters that everybody else thinks it's good. And still, like, I went back to it, like I checked it out, and I thought it was like a really good ass course actually. So I think it just lacks exposure and it lacks kind of marketing. And that's where all of those different skills come together, where I need to learn. And the beauty of it is that, like, as a young man with high testosterone and great health, who's able to actually have the capacity for his neurology to shift and for him to learn, because he is the most neuroadaptive in his entire life right now. With that being said, I can't do this if it's for me. Because I remember when I kind of failed that, when I didn't make any money off of it after I had like tried for so long, I had my spirits down a lot. I had my spirits down a lot. And I didn't think that I would be able to, I don't know, I just like, is this really for me? Like, can I actually get this stuff done? But then I see these like messages from these guys telling me like I helped save their lives because they were gonna kill themselves. It's like, and I look at the work I'm doing, it's like, is it the kind of work that would save some guy's life? I hope so. But not all of my work is like that. And the thing is, I can inspire people and I can motivate them, even though we shouldn't rely on motivation. I can motivate people to get on the right path. And I can do that by telling my stories, and hopefully you can relate to them. My stories of pain, my stories of struggle, the stories that have been like the sword taken to the fire. And it's like, oh no, you're not done yet. And you go back into the fire, you get a stronger, sharper blade. I need to share those stories because those stories of pain are the pain is the pain that molded me and molded my mindset. And most of these guys, they just stay mediocre. Most of these guys just stay lame. And they never actually push themselves. They never see the beauty and strength of which their body and mind is capable of. And Like I'm saying before, I almost quit because I was doing this for me. I was doing this because I wanted to make money. But then I'm realizing now with time that the kind of man I want to become is not doing this because of the money. While it is a symptom of his impact, he is doing this because it's just who he is. He's just already living his, his disciplined life simply just for the love of the game, for the mindset. It's just for the mindset. And I think if I share that more and I share where that mindset comes from, I can really make a positive impact and change in the world, even if I'm just a little person. I am innately, like everyone's valuable innately, but if I do this for myself, I will never be able to do this long enough because it is a hard path that takes the most discipline, consistency, willpower. You have no idea. And maybe you do actually. It takes a lot, and a lot that nobody else sees, a lot that's just in here. And so, with that, it's my birthday, and I am going to work on some things. Yeah. Well, oh my God, it's the day now. So what's really funny is that I sat down, to do like some things. Here's like the checklist over here. And like, I'll just go through it. But anyways, I'll just tell you after. I'm sick. That was kind of gross, but fuck it. September goals, whatever, over here. Goal is to actually aim high and still do something that I feel is achievable. $150 this month was not achieved yet, but it still is possible because I've got a great, good ass product. And yeah, we're at like still made money this month, but not there. Bonuses in my community, I want to make them even better. Completed another course, whatever. Story, I wanted to get to 3K YouTube subscribers this month. I did end up getting like a couple hundred more, so that's pretty cool. 1,000 Instagram followers follow me on Instagram and organize the system, like my entire content system and stuff. But this is the stuff for today. Sprint and wake up at 4:25 a.m. That was done. I set up my Wealth Simple and school for like 18 years old. So since I'm 18, I have more, I guess, responsibility, more opportunity for actually being able to make money online easier. So before I had to have help with my parents or something like that. So now I don't need that. Other thing is script 3 videos that inspire because that is the fucking goal. Not just yapping. But anyways, 3 videos. I got one. I'm going to record that soon. I'm going to eat something first. I'm going to probably have like sardines and onions, and I'll freaking show it to you also because it's freaking delicious. I've not eaten anything except for that, my water in the morning with lemon in it, and I guess I've had more water, and I've had a cup of coffee. I literally just downed it just now because that's the thing, I missed out. I sat down to do this shit, and then literally like 2 hours later, I realized I hadn't even had a sip. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna record that video and then post on IG and work on bonuses section because it's right there, right? And so that is the goal for right now. I can turn off this light now. And I am gonna go eat breakfast. All right, what time is it? It's 10:33. After I eat breakfast and I record that video, then I'm gonna go to the gym and hit a birthday back workout. It's a lifestyle vlog, isn't it? So I should just show that I'm gonna cook, and you're gonna see some like actual real shit because I don't want to say it's lazy because it's not lazy, it's just smart and practical. So I'm gonna take this onion. I hope you can see the kitchen counter. I'm just gonna check if you can, to be honest. Yeah. So, oh Daniel, don't do that. You don't even cook, bro. Nah, you probably cook, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just gonna cut off the ends of the onion. Oh my god, Daniel, you're cutting like no cutting board and just on a paper towel? Yes, and it's because it's more practical. And practicality it just makes sense. You know what I mean? And yes, we can be disciplined in other things. And also at the same time, when you can do something like this, it just makes more sense to do it like this. So we're gonna cut this in half. What we're gonna have is sardines and onion, and I'm gonna show you how to make the onion in a way that I like to make the onion. So we cut it in half, and then we go to the side where we can't see the roots, or not the roots, the layers. You know, my username used to be Dan the Onion Boy. It sounds kind of gross, but like, I really liked onions when I was younger because it was a part of my culture, right? And so I named myself Dan the Onion Boy, like back when I used to play friggin' Minecraft and had like a gamer tag and stuff like that. Because not only did I like onions, but also because onions have layers. And there was layers to that, layers to the name, because I liked onions and also had layers. And with that being said, like, it was a gamer tag. You know, I really, it's funny to think about you and how far you've gone, because things that would feel normal for you back then, like playing video games, you start to realize with time you learn and you start to realize, oh shit, I was actually kind of a dummy back then. Like now I wouldn't play video games, not because I don't like video games, I fucking love video games. I literally would grind on Fortnite till 2 a.m. until I realized, shit, if I just applied all of this consistency, this effort, this discipline, literally staying up playing the game when I didn't even feel like playing the game anymore. If I applied that into real life, then what would happen? My flabby bodied self, my weak bodied self, no longer is weak, no longer is flabby. And that might sound like kind of rude. It's just my standards. And I will love you regardless of what your body looks like. And I will still expect a higher standard for you as well, because you follow my content. I hope you can understand that. I'm sure you do. But yeah, so basically, once we have gotten and cut this whole onion, you're gonna be like, okay, so where does the paper towel actually come into play? Here is where the paper towel comes into play. Watch this. Obviously, you have to wipe the counter after. You pick it up like that, boom. Nothing goes to waste. Nothing. Except for the paper towel. But paper towels, things like that are meant to be used. And so I just throw this away. And then I gotta wipe the counter. With Windex. And I gotta wash the knife. But I actually am still going to use a knife, and so I probably shouldn't have done that. In fact, I probably shouldn't even have wiped the counter yet, but I'm just in the motions, you know what I mean? So, you got that. Okay, what else do you add to the onions to make them taste delicious, right? Well, actually, we're just going to keep it very simple, and simply add, can you see me in my fridge? I'm going to add 2 limes. And so acidity with these is freaking delicious. But also, with that being said, oh, Daniel, too spicy or something. It makes my nose burn when I eat onions. Actually, it's because you don't know how to eat them raw. Pause. Basically, what you need to do is you just need to put them under water and squeeze them. And white stuff will come out, double pause. And that's the stuff that makes your nose kind of itch. Or not itch, burn. Kind of like wasabi. I guess onions can be the wasabi of vegetables. I should not keep that running. But you see how the water, maybe you can see, is kind of like murky? That's because of all the spice. I hope that makes sense. And so this would actually probably be better with a strainer, but just the way, because I cook every day, I have these little things that make cooking faster and clean up faster. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Real shit. I'm just showing you a day in my life. Stop looking at my ass. I know it's crazy. I worked on it. I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, and so After a couple good squeezes, you should be done. I honestly don't mind it. Like, you can go all crazy and like squeeze it for like, I don't know, a couple minutes. I actually don't really mind it being a little bit, like burning a little bit, but my family really does. So if my family was eating this with me, I would just put extra intention to make sure that they, you know, you know, would have it not spicy. And so I'm just gonna wash my hands, and then I'm gonna add salt, pepper. Some people can add cilantro. I actually do have cilantro, and it is good with it, but I kind of just don't really feel like it. And I actually like it without cilantro also. And so what I'm gonna add, really simple. It's just salt and pepper, lime, and olive oil. It is the perfect combination, pretty much for any salad. If I was making any salad, this would be good with it. Man, I'm really grateful that I'm gonna eat right now because, man, I don't know. I might have earned the meal a little bit, you know? Maybe if I would have gotten 2 more videos scripted, that would have been cool. But also I moved a lot of stuff around with my schedule, maybe a little bit more. And so, I don't know, kind of adjusting. There's a lot of room for improvement when it comes to that. And we will improve. But for now, I'm just gonna squeeze in the limes and enjoy my breakfast. I always notice it's like you can squeeze in a lime, and it's funny because you'll think that there is no juice left because, you know, juice stops coming out until you add the old lime. And you can only do this with like metal ones like this one is. I tried to do it with my dad's, and he like at my dad's house because I just live with my mom, and it was funny because I broke it and I've done that twice. And so really only do that method with the 2 limes together if you're using a metal one. Otherwise, it's just not worth it because you gotta buy a new one, you know? Ooh! Hey, buddy! Guess who just came here? My favorite little guy. Well, there's also nothing better. Like I understand. Oh shit. I understand if you are cooking something warm, and I get it if you don't clean up immediately after if the food is gonna get cold. But if the food is already cold, then like, why not just clean up? Because then after you don't need to. That's literally just delaying gratification, and that's what will bring you the most happiness in your entire life. Doing stuff not for you, but for your future self. Because you will get self-love like that. I had that epiphany when I was freaking 13 years old and I started exercising. Because if you do things for your future self and not for you, because like you will be happier, because right now maybe you don't feel like doing the thing, but maybe if you were being selfless, then you would be able to do it for someone else. And that someone else is you in the future. And that's nice. So, added olive oil, and that's done. Lastly, I got the sardines. Open them. Wow, they look pretty immaculate. Look at that. Whoa! Sardines are good. Don't fall for the people saying that they're not good. They're weak people anyways. I'm just kidding. Well, it's easy. It's like, what, 17 grams of protein. Like, this isn't the highest protein meal, by the way. Like, it is a very good cutting meal. And if you had 2 cans, then you'd probably be good. I would usually eat 2 cans. Thing is that it's my birthday, and I'm gonna eat more later. Cool. And usually this shit stinks if it's in your garbage, so make sure to give it like a rinse if your garbage isn't full and you need to take it out. That is the food. And as you will notice, it's pretty freaking clean. It feels funny that I'm going because I'm still kind of sick, but I don't feel as shit as I did yesterday or the day before. But it's kind of like when you're writing a test and then you're like, everyone's sick because it's just that time of year. and and somebody goes, and they're kind of just like embarrassed about doing it, but you gotta be that guy with the big ass balls to actually just, you know, not really give a shit because it gives other people space to do it. Do you know what I mean? Ooh. Let's see. Well, not too shabby. Come on, Mikey. That's the, oh shit. You're getting old. Did you see that? Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I'm probably not gonna really give him this. I doubt he even likes this. Do you even like this? I guess we'll find out. So I'm gonna do a taste test, I guess. And yeah, I'll do a taste test. And then I'm gonna leave because I'm not trying to do that ASMR food stuff. Nikocado avocado. Sensational. Alright, so this is how that video is going to look. I'm gonna sit down over here. I have my points over here. Maybe I should bring my stuff closer. Yeah. Hope this looks fine. I have my points that I want to talk about over here. And this is kind of how the setup kind of looks like. And so basically I have my computer, I have my notebook over here, and I've got my microphone on the side over here. Pro tip when it comes to microphones, I mean, you probably don't care, but if you have the microphone exactly in front of you, then what happens is that it might pick up on like the sounds on there, but it's kind of different because I'm outside, but it's usually better. So yeah, I'm gonna see how this looks, and hopefully I'm ready to record. This inspires some people. Just finished recording that video. Low-key feel that I inspired some people in this process of making this video. Feeling good. The sun is actually much more out than it was before. That was the setup of me recording. That's my computer, and that's the computer I stole from my mom because my computer doesn't work, bro. It's like stuff that my mom's computer will do. It will, my computer will do it in like 20 times the time. So yeah, I'm very grateful that she's believing in me and helping me with this kind of process. Because when you actually are disciplined and you're showing up and you're being consistent, then people can trust you to actually get to your goals. And with that, you actually get more help with that and things aren't as uphill. So yeah, that is this video. I'm gonna go train. Dude, you're so cute. Okay, I get it. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it looks angelic, guys. Alright, it is back to being dark outside, and I actually need to go to bed because I'm already going to have less than 8 hours of sleep, but I'm still going to wake up at 4:25 tomorrow. I want to talk about this day because this is probably my very favorite birthday ever. This is the best birthday ever. And I can say that because here's what the day was like. I woke up at 4:25 a.m. I sprinted and I pushed my limits and I did 8 30-second sprints minute 30-second rest in between. I jogged there and I jogged home, and once I got home, I had a cold shower. I was fasted. I had lots of water. What else happened? I'm getting tired, so it's kind of hard to remember this. I worked on a video that I believe will inspire and help hundreds of people, that I know will help hundreds of people because of this YouTube channel, and down along the line will end up helping thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, because they will watch it and they will get inspired. And I'm so proud of this video, and I'm so proud of the direction that I'm taking this, because again, this is bigger than me, like I spoke of, and I'm doing this not for me anymore, but I'm doing this for my people. And so I recorded a video. I did the great like workout in the morning, cold shower, and what else? I also, oh yeah, it's funny, when I finished like planning my video and that kind of stuff and working on things, I set up my Wealth Simple account for investing, because now I'm freaking 18, and I set up all of my things for, actually because I'm 18 now, I don't need to worry about my parents helping me with this kind of stuff. I set all that stuff, and I realized I hadn't even drank my coffee yet, and so I drank my coffee. I made myself a great breakfast with sardines and onions, and the kitchen was still clean. And I went to the gym, and I was talking and laughing with the front desk girl, and she was telling me, it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? And she was telling me, oh, like, are you gonna go to the liquor store? Are you gonna take some weed? Are you gonna go gamble? And I thought that was so funny, because I haven't. Yo, my phone freaking died from the last clip. Anyways, I was talking with the front desk girl, and the funny thing is that she was telling me like weed, drugs, alcohol, gambling, and I have no inclination to do that, minus the gambling. No, I'm kidding. But what I really want to do is I want to work on this. I want to work on this and work on my body. That's why I went to the gym, and that's why I sprinted this morning. And here's the stuff I got for today. I didn't finish everything because honestly, I was just enjoying my birthday. And yeah, maybe I'm being a little bitch. And yeah, my standards are going to raise with every day. I will be better. So sprint and 4:25 a.m. wake up, set a Wealth Simple and school account for 18 because I'm 18 now. Script 3 videos that inspire. I focus on doing one really good one, and I recorded the video for it. I did post stories on Instagram, but it's kind of cope doing the whole thing because I didn't actually post a reel, but I know exactly what I'm going to post tomorrow morning and the types of videos I'm going to make. And I didn't work on the bonuses, but I did brainstorm what I was actually going to add. So I was going to add the habit tracker I already made and the goals template that I already made. So yeah, it was a great day because while I was doing all of this stuff, I literally went to the gym and stuff. I was going home. I was speaking to this girl on the bus that was, she was really sweet, and she was freaking telling me that, yeah, whatever. She was just telling me a bunch of stuff, and she said it was like nice to meet me. And then I got off the bus, and my family was waiting for me in their car so that we can go get burritos. And then we got back. We watched MasterChef while we were eating the burritos, and then I opened up to them about the breakup I had 3 months ago that I was in denial of. So I know that I'm living with courage and authenticity, and it was kind of hard to do that, but I did that. And then they sung me happy birthday. I read the card. I also opened gifts after, and I got new headphones that are freaking awesome, that literally have a microphone in them, like not the long thing, but has a microphone in it, and it's so freaking cool. And I got these new pants. Fuck, stylish. They're blue. They're so nice. And I got like 90% cocoa chocolate, and I'm so grateful. It was such a good day. This is the best birthday I've ever had. And my friends, they told me happy birthday, and it was so beautiful. Like, it was so great. I'm so grateful. So yeah, anyways, that was today. And tomorrow, even though I'm not going to get 8 hours of sleep from now, I'm still going to wake up at 4:25 a.m. because no matter what time I go to bed, even if I get 1 hour of sleep, I'm going to wake up at 4:25 a.m. So yeah, good night, man. Hope you liked this video, and hope it inspired you a little bit.